Welcome back again, guys. Thank you for joining Muda Production. Like, share, and subscribe if you like what you're watching. Today, I'm making a 3 or 4 course meal for my birthday weekend. This is chicken quarters already seasoned. I have a video on how to season all that already, so go back on my channel and check out the video. But it's already seasoned and marinated overnight. And also I have beef. I'm gonna make some stew beef and my stew chicken. And as we go along with my macaroni and cheese and my corn bread and some rice and peas, and me never know, a birthday weekend, people. I want to pass something I make. Stay tuned and watch where I go down here. So I'm gonna get ready and make my beef stew beef we call it. So I have some oil in here. I probably say about a tablespoon because it's not a big pot of beef I'm making, right? See the beef here? Not making a big pot of beef. So the oil should do the trick. Like I say, I have about a tablespoon. Let me lower the heat. I have the heat up on high. I'm gonna lower it because this stove gets hot quickly. I have it on 7, which is like a medium heat, not too hot. And I think my oil is ready. Like I said, guys, I've showed you guys how to season the beef, right? Before on my previous video. Same Trinity Jamaicans used to season. The authentic way of seasoning meat. It's the same way. Check it out on my channel. You'll see how I season my meats. I use the same type of seasonings, powder seasonings and fresh veggies to season my meat. So what I'm doing here, I'm taking off the fresh thyme and the little bits and pieces of seasonings. Because I don't want them to burn while the meat is cooking. There are times when I don't put them until at the last minute. In other words, there are times when I don't season it and let it marinate with the fresh seasoning. I'll just use powder seasoning and let the meat marinate. But this time I do it the old-fashioned way, which is put all the seasonings on it, powder seasoning and otherwise, and let it marinate overnight. So we're gonna try to brown this up. There's fresh garlic and all that. You can smell the fresh garlic and all the seasonings that's on there. It's been marinating overnight. So them well marinate. So all the seasoning them well marinate, guys. But now take them off like I said, because I don't want them burn while the meat is being browned. Once the burning process. If you are just joining us, guys, we're making stew beef stew. We're making beef stew, birthday weekend, Sunday, 3-course meal. Like and subscribe, y'all. Don't wanna miss out. Smell good, man. Smells so nice. And what's left in here, guys, is just the fresh seasonings. That's gonna go on at a later time. See, it's starting to brown up on this one. Naturally, beef is gonna create its own liquid. See that? So I'm gonna leave that to do just what it does. And then as the liquid reduces, the meat is gonna start to caramelize and get its form its own color, right? So we're gonna leave that and let it do just that, and we'll come back and check on it. In the meantime, guys, I'm gonna get my carrots and my turnips peeled and cut up to go in the beef stew. Remember, guys, I told you that I love turnips. I love turnips, guys, and turnips are good. If for people who don't like vegetables, it's a good way of cooking turnips by cooking it in your meat. It's delicious in your meat also because it suck up all that flavor that the meat has to offer from all that seasoning and all these things. Nice cook down, and that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cook it down in the beef as well as the carrots. So I'm just dressing them up and let them sit in some cold water till they're ready to join the meat. Meat not ready yet, the meat are cooked. And we're gonna check on it. See all that liquid that formed? See? That's what it does naturally. And that helps to tenderize the meat. So I have a lot of garlic in there as well. I will come back and check on that. So the beef is starting to brown. All the water had evaporated out of here. The water, the liquid that it created from we started. And this is what we have. See there? It reduced down to the oil that I had put in there initially. So now it's starting to form color, brown, catch color as you would have say. It start brown, see there? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add some water to it. I'm not drown it with water and I'm just gonna tip some water. See that? Tip some water in it because I want it to brown. And this is why they call it stewed. Stewed and not boiled, people. Stew beef. You're stewing your meat. You see? You put a little water and you make it go and stew. While it a stew, so it get tender. So it's gonna stew again until all this water reduce back down to where it was, and that's when it gets some browning again. It gets some time for brown up again, and we're gonna repeat the process. We're gonna repeat the process until it get nice and brown, and then we go from there. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe, guys. You're watching Muda Production. Whoa, this a come on, man. Watch there. Look at it. It's coming along nicely. Coming along nicely. Pardon me. See there? Catching some color nicely. Starting to look pretty. Look at that, guys. Yes, ma'am. Cook, we are cooking over Muda Production, you know. Muda Production, a skin teeth. We don't play around here. We do the damn thing, people. Subscribe. See there? Authentic Jamaican cooking. Brown stew beef. Stew beef. Beef stew. As some people know it, we call it stew beef. It's my birthday weekend and I'm doing a 3-course meal. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned and watch everything come together. So guys, I boiled my macaroni elbows already. I don't want them too soft because I'm making baked macaroni and cheese. You know the real deal. We're not doing a box thing over here. It's being done from scratch. You heard me? Now the whole box about 3/4 of the pound. The box is a pound of macaroni elbows, and that's what I use. That 3/4 of that. Alright, the beef stew coming along, you know. It'll go on brown and it'll tenderize at the same time. See the color? Still doing what it do. So at this point, I'm going to add some more water to it very soon. I just want the rest of the liquid that's in it to dry down a little bit more, so it could get brown some more. And then I'm going to add some more water to it to encourage the browning and the tenderization of it. Alright guys, so see at this point now, all the liquid gone out of it. And if you not be careful, you will burn it because it's browning up nicely. So now's the time for some more water. Look, not much, not a lot of water. Like I said, just tip some on there to encourage the browning process. It brown up already, you know. It already got brown, some color to it. Look at that. Nice and brown. So at this point it have a cook. Right? See that? Pretty. Nice brown. Natural browning. Yeah? Natural caramelization. See that? So let's add some more water. We're not gonna put water where it's gonna have it boiling, but just enough. So now we're gonna add extra, right? Because now we want it to tenderize. We're not kill it with water, you know. You understand? Just enough. It's not even covered. We're not even gonna make the water cover it. Just below that. And make it go and cook same way. Let me check for my chicken. Brown stew chicken are going, people. Birthday weekend shebang. Okay. Look at that. Browning up nicely. Don't want to crowd the pot, people, because your chicken will steam instead of fried. So just put in enough pieces so it can brown up. So the stew beef will come on, you know. Let's see, in terms of, it's almost there. It's almost there. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to add the vegetables. I'm going to add some more water. And this is hot water, people. Warm water or hot water. No cold water. Because what happens is it reduces the cooking temperature of whatever you're cooking. And then it has to reheat itself. And it's pretty much slows down the cooking process. You want to keep going from where you left off. If you put cold water, it has to go start boil up again. You see how it's still boiling? See that? Because it's warm water. Had it been cold water, that wouldn't have been happening. It would have to take a time to start boiling up again. So warm water or hot water is the way to go. We're giving you tips over here in Muda Production, guys. You see that? Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Leave comments on what we're doing over here. So here's where we are, guys. After about an hour now, this a cook. And it's just because I'm multitasking. Me I do chicken, stewed chicken, me I do rice and peas, me I do macaroni and cheese, and me I make some juice. So, but we still was watching this, and see, it tender now, it tender. And it brown up nicely, and you saw the browning process. We just tipping water as we go, so it browns on its own and tenderize at the same time. So now it's time to add the veggies. I'm gonna drop some more fresh thyme in there to flavor up everything. And then I'm gonna add the vegetables. I have my turnip, some of the turnip, a little bigger in size, so it don't cook out too much. And the rest, I have cubed up. I have the carrots sliced on the bias, as they would say, which is diagonally. See, a diagonal slice, right? And chunky enough. I don't want it too thin to cook out. If you want it thin, you might get some make yours that way. But that's how I want it. And the rest of turnip is all cubed up. Yeah, not too small, not too big. And this is another big piece. Because sometimes I like to eat my turnip. I want to see my turnip, You don't want it to cook out too small. Some people like theirs big. Some people like theirs chunky. And the carrots, as I said, not too big, not too small. Yeah? So I'm going to throw all this. Remember the seasoning? From when I started browning it, all that going into it. Everybody going in one time. See there? And now we're going to add water to that. I'm going to add water from the kettle because it's still warm. And it's going over that. I have the stove on 4. So now I could crank it up a little higher. Let me get the rest of this out of here with some more water. So now we're adding enough water to finish cooking the veggies and everything. We're not skimping on the water now, like we were doing when we were stewing. We're adding enough to cook the vegetables. And once the vegetable then cook, we are going to layer flavors as we do here on Muda Production. Everybody know we layer flavors over here, right? Yeah, man. So once that cooked down some, we're going to start layering the flavor. Like and subscribe, guys. So my chicken them soon done brown now. I have 3 little pieces left and what's here to finish my brown stew chicken. It's already on the channel, guys. Scroll down and check out the recipe on how to make Jamaican brown stew chicken. Wow, look at that. Beef are gone with things, not sure. Look there. See all the vegetable them there? Everything I cook up together. Pretty. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that, guys. Awesome sauce. Look at that. Looks so nice, don't it? Sure do. Look at that. Beautiful. So we're gonna let the veggies cook halfway. Then we're gonna add some more flavors. We're gonna layer flavors over here, people. Like and subscribe. Let's check on this stew beef and see what the deal is. All right, so the carrot, nice, you know. It nice, so it have a little crunch to it, and the potato ready. So let's go from here, people. The turnip, not potato. Did I say potato? I meant turnips because I'm so used to putting potato in here. So we're gonna go from here. All right, people, y'all know what time it is. We are going to layer flavors. So I'm gonna use about, what's that? A tablespoon of my fish and meat sauce. Added flavor. Look at that thick richness. And I'm gonna just distribute that. Get some down there. Let me grab my pot holder. And get some down there, right? Everything cooked basically, you know. Everything is finito. I think I'm just gonna add maybe another half a teaspoon or so to the mix. I'm going to mix it in to help make the gravy, right? I'm gonna add a little more water, not too much, so I could start making my gravy at the same time. I'm not done with these, so I'm just gonna leave them in there. A little more water. Because I'm getting ready to make gravy now while I layer the flavors. And then I'm gonna add some browning sauce to encourage the flavor. The color rather. It really has no flavor. It's just brown coloring. So I just add it to encourage the color. Like I said, we eat with the eyes. You don't know the deal. You don't know what me always say, don't it? We eat with our eyes. So if the food not look good, you're not gonna want it. Not true. You see something and you say, that looks good, like what y'all are saying right now. Ain't that right? I know that's right. See there? I have to get another bottle. I am low on this. I think that's it. I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this. To kind of help out what's in there. See there? And drizzle that all over. Make it get down in the gravy. I see the carrot them cook there. Turnip cook. Everybody cook. Then I'm gonna layer the flavor some more. All right, people. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of the good old tomato ketchup. And I say tomato ketchup because, you know, there are other ketchups that are not made from tomato. Just a little fact tidbit, guys. There are ketchups out there that's not made from tomato. If you don't know, now you know. See that? Oh, that production are just cooking on. Me going to information that y'all could use. Useful info, as they would say. Health tips and all of that. That's why I am Muda Production. Me not just cook. It's a whole bunch of different useful stuff, entertainment, and then some that I do over here, guys. Look at that. This is done, you know. It's finished. See the gravy? Don't want it no thicker than this. Go over the rice and peas. So I'm going to turn this off because it's done. And that's my Jamaican brown stew beef. Stew beef. Or some people might call it beef stew. But that's it, people. Easy and delicious. Carrots, turnip. You could substitute turnips for whatever vegetables you want to throw in there. Potatoes with your carrots or just straight potatoes. Whatever you want to put in there. But that's the brown stew beef. That's my brown stew chicken all done. People, the recipe and how to make it is on the channel. Scroll down and check it out. And you too can make a nice pot of brown stew chicken just like this. Just follow the video instructions and it's going to come out nice and tasty. Not only look good but tasty. We are going for taste, you know. We're going for looks and flavor. They go hand in hand, guys. Yeah. There you go. I'm just going to let it simmer a little more because the gravy is a little too thin for me. So I want it to simmer down some more and thicken some. But it's practically done. Brown stew chicken. Alright guys, so I'm getting ready to make my cheese sauce for my mac and cheese. I have, this is what, 2 tablespoons margarine, not butter. I'm going to let that melt out. I'm going to add another 2 tablespoons to that. So I'm going to cut right here. 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. To add to that. I'm going to leave this on low. The burner is on low. So the butter has melted. And now, it's what we call a roux, which really helps the cheese sauce. Help to create the cheese sauce. I'm going to keep stirring. I got to be careful. Let me turn the burner down. It's really high because this thickens real quick. And I want enough cheese sauce, so I'm going to make sure. I should be using a plastic spoon, guys. This is ceramic kitchen pot. But because I'm in a rush to get this thing up and going, me just grabbing a spoon. So here we are. I'll be careful not to damage the pot. Yes, that's the truth. I lowered the burner, and this is what it looks like. Create the cheese sauce for the mac and cheese. And I'm going to add some milk. I'm using 2%. That's my choice. If you want to use whole milk, go right on ahead. Doesn't matter. Whole milk has more flavor anyways. 2% is reduced fat. But like I said, I'm trying to eat healthy. Trying to watch what I eat, guys. But if you have room for the whole milk, go ahead and use your whole milk. I think that's how it originated. Nobody never started make macaroni and cheese with no 2% milk. Right? It was strictly whole milk. Wouldn't you say? Yeah. I'm going to add a little more flour to that to thicken it a little bit more. Just a little bit more. So I'd say that's probably about what? About a quarter cup of flour or 2 to 3 tablespoons of flour. 2 to 3, 2.5, 3. Like I say, I don't measure, guys. I've been cooking since I was 11, so I really don't measure. And then I'm going to add more milk because I'm creating a sauce, right, for my macaroni elbows. So let's keep stirring. The stove is on low, low, low. The burner is on very low temperature because we're dealing with fat and dairy, and we don't want to scorch it. You don't want at the bottom of the pot it start burning, see? You don't want any burn down here, right? You want it to look like that. See that? You don't want no burn right here. So yes, we gotta keep stirring. And then it prevents lumps. You don't want lumps in your mac and cheese sauce anyways. Absolutely not. I'm gonna add a little more milk because I'm going for a lot of sauce. I want it nice and saucy, right? And then I'm gonna leave it for a little while to thicken again with the rest of this flour. A little bit more flour. Keep stirring that. Just to prevent lumps. What me always say, people, what Muda Production always say, food for what? Food for pretty, right? Not only tastes good, but looks good. We eat with our eyes. So let that go for a little bit. All right, y'all. So see the cheese sauce there? It's thick, you know. It's really thick. So I let the flour cook for a little bit, right? Yes, guys. Cutting up the cheese. My little helper helping me. Cutting up cheese for the macaroni and cheese for the birthday dinner. That's pepper jack cheese. Careful with the knife, darling. That's her little dinner knife, right? And a regular knife she use. But wouldn't get on a sharp adult knife, people. You see the look on her face. So she cut up some cheddar cheese for me. And she cut up some pepper jack cheese as well. May I have her try it. She said she don't mind it. It have a little spice, jalapeno. I love pepper jack cheese. It goes nice to the mac and cheese, guys. I'm taking you guys along on the journey. Doing birthday weekend Sunday. What? 3-course meal or 4-course meal? We see as we go along, guys. Just stay tuned. Like and
subscribe.
You heard it. I'm gonna add in my cheese. I have cheddar, sharp yellow cheddar, and I have pepper jack. You could see the little pieces of pepper in there, in the pepper jack cheese. See it? Pepper jack. To add flavors, like I always do on Muda Production, we add flavors. So, pepper jack and sharp yellow. I'm going to add a little more milk because I see it has thickened some more since the last time we checked, right? Let me get into it real good here. See there? That's the cheese sauce we're building, right? I'm going to put just a little bit more, and that should do it. And let the cheese melt in there, and the sauce comes together. Let's add the rest of the cheese. Okay. And I still have the burner on low because I don't want to burn anything here. This is all cream, dairy. So I just want it to stay there and melt, right? I'm going to check back on that. Cheese all melted, guys. Look at that. Pepper. You could see the jalapeno peppers in the pepper jack. But that's the cheese sauce for the mac and cheese. Rice and peas finish. I use the canned beans instead of cooking from scratch, guys. But rice and peas smell good same way. Same way, and it's gonna taste delicious same way. Oh, I have just an egg here, regular egg. Chicken egg, egg. That I'm going to beat up. No fancy way, just beat it up. Egg expensive nowadays, you see. Some eggs are actually almost close to $9 per dozen. So you can't afford to waste eggs these days, my dear. But I have one here, and I'm gonna pour it on here. And what the egg does is it binds the pasta and the cheese and everything together, so you could cut into it instead of spooning it. I'm gonna put some in here just to get out all the egg. Like I say, eggs are expensive. You can't afford to waste any, right? And I'm just gonna mix it up. It's gonna bind the pasta, so when it's done, you could cut into it like a slice of lasagna, as if you would with lasagna. Some people prefer to scoop their macaroni and cheese out. Then you don't have to put the egg on there, right? So that's that. And then, so I'm stuck on here. And then, here's the cheese sauce that we made earlier, or I made earlier. Well, we made it. You guys are watching. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. It's a Sunday, and it's my birthday weekend. My birthday was Friday, February the 3rd. And I'm doing a birthday weekend dinner. So it's a 3-course meal today, people. And here we are. You saw the brown stew chicken being made. Well, partially, because I have that already on my channel. But you saw the brown stew beef, and I made the macaroni and cheese. So it's rice and peas, mac and cheese, and brown stew chicken. Am I leaving anything out? I don't know. I'm making some more cucumber juice, guys, which I already have that on my channel as well. You could go scroll down and check out the cucumber juice. It's not only delicious, but it's also healthy for you. Really refreshing. Easy to make. Takes no time. So this is my mac and cheese. This is the cheese sauce that I made. See how it's stringy? Watch this. Stringy, stringy, stringy. With sharp yellow cheddar. And what else did I put in there? Sharp yellow cheddar and pepper jack. I want you guys to get a good view, so let me lower this thing. There we go. Pepper jack. So all that in here, you know, see there? Look on all that cheesy sauce, man. Woo-wee! Look at that. And the egg in there too, to bind it. Serve as a binding agent. So we can slice into this from dinner time. See there? Everybody have some cheesy sauce on them. See there? Wow. That's going to be some good eating, guys. Yeah. So now, last but not least, I'm going to sprinkle it with some more of the cheeses. Just going to sprinkle. And that's going to brown up nicely on top and start get bubbly and cheesy and delicious, guys. Look at that. So let's just even that out some. And that's it. I'm going to bake this on the top rack of the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And maybe for about 15 minutes or until the cheese started melting and get bubbly. And some people sprinkle breadcrumbs on the top, you know, just to give it a nice color. But I rather not. If any color comes in, it would be from the cheese. That's how I like it. But you could do that if you want. All right. So we're going to pop this in the oven. And later on, we're going to check and see what we have. Mac and cheese, it's been about like 10-15 minutes in the oven. The cheese is nice and melty. Lord, it smells nice. You see, it smells just as nice as it looks. And I'm going to leave the top off. The top was on, so I'm going to leave the top off. I had it covered with this. So I'm going to leave it off so it catch a little color. But I don't want the pastas to get crispy. You understand? I want them soft and succulent just like they are. But I want it to get a little bit more color. Cheese is ready. There you have it. Mac and cheese. I'm going to take it out of the oven now. See, catch a little brown color. Just enough. So the pasta still stay nice and succulent and not all hard and dried out. Nobody wants to eat macaroni.